I don't know. It's just, it's such a tough situation because you're at the point now where the Seahawks are arguably the worst team in their division, even before this trade.
Yeah.
So.
It's not really an argument. They're pretty clearly the worst team in the division.
They're the worst team in their division. I mean, the Niners, I think, got lucky this past season, but hey, they made it very far in the playoffs. But if you're going to rebuild, they did sell high on Russ, I guess, because they got a pretty good return.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it stinks.
Yeah, and for everyone, I mean, people are wondering about age. He's 33. Peyton Manning, when he signed with the Broncos, was older.
Yeah.
At the time.
Aaron Rodgers is under contract till he's 42 now.
Yeah, so. And Aaron Rodgers is what, 38? So they went with a younger guy. If they lost out on the Rodgers sweepstakes.
I'm just, the biggest shock I have with Seattle is we talked all season about this possibly happening and all of this rumors about it, the Giants, obviously, stuff like that. But the fact that they went through a coaching cycle and they didn't fire Pete Carroll is just shocking to me. How do you make this move and theoretically at this point have a 70-year-old coach lead a rebuild? Like, why does Pete Carroll want that? Why do the Seahawks want that? It just doesn't make sense to me.
He said 3 days before the trade happened that they had no intention of trading Russell Wilson.
There's a lie because as he came out, they talked about it for a while.
Must have been I don't know what he's on, but yeah, true. What do you think about that? Is it time for a new coach too?
It's not that Pete Carroll can't lead a rebuild because he did, but he can't do it now.
He's 70.
He's just
too old.
What was 2022? 10 years ago? He can't. Coming from USC, he knew all the college players, and that's how you're finding these gems in the. Sherman was taken in the 5th round, and they just found so many gems because Pete Carroll had just gotten out of the college scene, and they haven't that whole 5-year span where they drafted really well to get that championship team. They haven't drafted well recently at all, and I think, this might be the perfect timing just to let go of Pete Carroll. It's sad, and we all appreciate what he did, but it's just it's going to be a transition time. I did hear that they're contenders to get Deshaun Watson now that he's been cleared of his criminal charges. I saw the Panthers too, but Deshaun Watson, I haven't really seen Drew Lock play, to be honest.
He's not good.
I don't
He's
even
worse
think
than Jones.
he oh god.
Yeah. By a lot.
By a lot. He's had good represent. He had a terrible pass rating. He's not.
Because Bridgewater started for the Broncos,
for a
right?
while, yeah.
So he wasn't even starting. See, because I saw packages from the Eagles and with Jalen Hurts in there, and
they didn't want to keep him in the division. The Commanders also offered a lot, and the Seahawks didn't want to go in the division. And Russ Wilson also had a no trade clause. I'm pretty sure, so he had to prove everything, and he did not want to go to Washington. He didn't want to go to these other places.
That's fair. I mean, Denver's they're on the up and up, that's for sure. But Seattle's not they get a better O-line, a few weapons on defense. They have DK. They have Lockett. Chris Carson's not bad.
If Deshaun Watson does come in,
then we're go mode again. We're right back into the now you got to build a team. But if not,
they got to get an O-line though if they want to get a quarterback.
Yeah, I don't know where I think this first round pick is top.
You used to have a first round pick. From the Broncos, yeah.
From the Broncos. Also, quick, just want to say it's really funny but sad that because we gave up 2 firsts for the Jamal Adams trade, this kind of cancels. So to get those 2 firsts back, so we kind of just traded Jamal Adams for Russell Wilson essentially. But that's neither here nor there. Yeah, so let's just assume we don't get Deshaun Watson, and we're going full rebuild. Is 29 years old for Tyler Lockett? Is that too old? I just don't know who stays on this roster.
Obviously, DK stays.
DK, are we building around DK now? And there's this linebacker, Jordan Brooks, who's in his second year, who just set our single season franchise record for tackles. He's going to be pretty good. I don't know if he's good enough to build a defense around, but you got 2 pieces, one on each side of the ball, but at the same time,
it's hard to build around a wide receiver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think any team's done it successfully.
I don't know too much about college football, but someone was telling me about the Liberty quarterback. Do you know who that is?
Yeah, Malik Willis. He's got a lot of hype. They compared a little to Josh Allen, like his arm strength, but his inaccuracy.
I know that. He's going to be a late first-round pick.
So is it plausible the Seahawks get him or no?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think the Seahawks get a quarterback now?
It depends on how the draft works out because no real mock draft has any quarterback going in the top 10, which just seems crazy to me knowing how NFL history goes. Like, some team's going to try to trade him and get a quarterback top 10. Like, I can't think of a draft in any recent memory that no quarterback went in the top 10. So we'll see what happens. Maybe the Seahawks, if they fall in love with a quarterback, look to trade up a little bit.
And they have the perfect, besides having an O-lineman, or an O-line, they have the next best thing to help out rookie quarterbacks, and that's people that can catch the ball.
Yeah, and Noah Fant's a good tight end. Like, you bring another guy like that, so.
Is Noah Fant good at blocking?
I really don't know.
That'd be huge, because last time we traded one of our great O-linemen for a tight end that didn't block was Jimmy Graham. Yeah, I mean, I haven't really even thought about all the things that could happen from here, but the days are over of winning the division. It comes at a good time for the rest of the league because that division is nuts, and the Rams, I don't think are going to regress. Kyler Murray is only going to get better. We'll see what happens with Trey Lance.
Their defense is insane.
Yeah, I'm going to miss the days years ago when we were the first team in the NFL to clinch our division because the division was so bad. We were the first team in the season to clinch the division, and now it's quite the opposite. Yeah, I mean, anyone else? Anything else about this trade?
No.
Like we said before on past shows, it's like the end of an era.
Yeah.
It's just, this is weird. We're in a weird spot for sports right now.
Yeah.
But the NFL's in good hands.
Oh yeah, the NFL is in good hands. It's just, it's bittersweet.
Yeah.
I mean, Russ is going to the Broncos. Maybe he'll have a shot at winning, but.
But if we just look at like the AFC quarterbacks, like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Like I said, I think after the Super Bowl, like I threw out the idea of the Bengals not making the playoffs, and it's looking even more possible now. Like, there's just so many teams.
We're all lucky that we're fans of NFC teams.
Oh yeah,
because AFC is crazy.
You look at NFC quarterbacks, and it's Aaron Rodgers, Matt Stafford, Kyler Murray,
no more Brady,
Dak Prescott, maybe like.
Oh, we got it. We'll talk about.
It's a great segue, actually.
Yeah.
I know Liam wants to talk about the Amari Cooper trade.
Yeah, so Amari Cooper traded to the Browns. What was 2 firsts? Was it?
No way.
No way.
Well, I don't know.
No way.
It was 2 picks. Maybe.
I think it was a 5th and a 6th.
Oh, jeez.
Which is
Considering they gave up a
first. A first, yeah.
They gave up a first.
It's a 2022 5th and 6th.
Wow.
But when they got him, he was with the Raiders. He was their best wide receivers in prime. Like,
yeah, so I guess it came out that him and Dak Prescott had some issues going on between them. Quote unquote, Amari Cooper called Dak Prescott the Black Kirk Cousins, and apparently Dak really didn't like that.
Understandably.
So I guess tempers have been flaring there. It's interesting, though, because if you look at this, they showed this on ESPN, the stats of Dak when Amari Cooper's on the field, he's a really good quarterback. When he's not, Dak is a terrible quarterback. So
is it that drastic?
Yeah, it's very, very substantial. But it's just weird. You trade a certified. I mean, I wish the Saints got Amari Cooper for a 5th and a 6th round pick. I just don't get NFL picks. I don't get it at all. I think their value is just so inflated because realistically, you're not going to get a better guy.
At 5th and 6th round, you're getting a backup somewhere.
You're getting a practice squad player.
He's not starting for you.
So that's interesting. But another trade, AFC West, Khalil Mack.
Huge.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Is this the Chargers? Way too early. Is this the Chargers' time now?
Look at the Chargers' defense.
Yeah.
We talk about the great quarterbacks there on the AFC West. I would be terrified as a quarterback to have to face Bosa and Khalil Mack on either side of the line. Like,
Yeah.
if you think of those, like, they're also not good offensive lines, and like the Chiefs' offensive line is not that good. Petron's gonna he's gonna
They were
die.
horrible at the beginning of the season.
Yeah, so it's gonna be interesting. I think the Chargers are really set up to play well.
Russell Wilson literally left Aaron Donald to go chase from chasing him, and now has to run away from Khalil Mack and Bosa.
At least the Broncos' offensive line, I think, is probably even a little better than the Seahawks.
It's gotta be better.
Well, it can't get much worse. But yeah, that's a crazy trade. I guess the Bears just realized that they're not in a position to win. So why are you holding on to this valuable asset you have?
Poor Bears.
Yeah.
Poor
So
Bears.
I want to ask a question about the Amari thing. What does this mean for the Browns? You just kind of got an
really
Odell
big.
replacement?
I think it's really big. You got a really good wide receiver for essentially nothing.
Yeah.
And hopefully, I'm not a big Baker guy, but I would like to see him play better, and hopefully this is something that can help with that. 'Cause-
But there's rumors that this sets up a Deshaun Watson trade to the Browns.
Oh, really?
I don't know. It's just
Wow. Really?
because Deshaun Watson has no trade clause, so he chooses almost where he goes, and
They
he
gave him
wants
a
a
no
te-
trade clause?
yeah,
Oh, my God.
he wants a team with a good wide receivers. Like he's got set up there. Like Amari, Jarvis Landry's still there.
Guys on defense, too.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, it's a solid team.
They just
It's an all-round, well-rounded team that just, they can't put together,
Yeah.
whether it's Baker or whatever. But
Bad.
So like Deshaun Watson, it's going to be really interesting to me where he ends up and what he can do.
yeah, it might change, whatever conference he goes to, it's going to change, the landscape
It's
a little
such
bit.
a question mark, though, because he could be garbage. He hasn't played a snap
Yeah.
in 2 years. Or he could be really good. This is crazy.
Yeah.
He's 26 still. He's so
So
young.
when he played, he was so good.
Yeah. Yeah.
So good.
So
He's only 26, and he's been out of the league for 2 years
so
at this
if
point.
he's been training, he'll probably come back and be
Yeah.
insane. Right?
You think about that playoff game. I don't even remember what it was,
Oh.
but when he was running around the field, he got kicked in the eye and delivered
Yeah.
it straight to the end zone. His big playability, it rivals the Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen's of the world.
Yeah.
They were up 30 on the Chiefs at one point.
Yeah.
Yeah, and yes, they lost that game, but you still went up 30 on the Chiefs. It's pretty
In a
impressive.
playoff game.
Early.
Yeah. Yeah. What other? Was there another trade? Oh,
Carson Wentz.
Aaron
Yeah, do we
Rodgers-
want-
Carson Wentz.
yeah. Do we want to talk about Carson Wentz?
Another mediocre quarterback for the NFC East.
I saw something on ESPN from Booger McFarland, just going in on the Commanders about their just pure desperation for a
Yeah.
quarterback. That is really desperation to eat that contract.
Yeah, but it's 1 year. They needed a quarterback. They've got other pieces around there. Terry McLaurin. They've got the defense with Chase Young. They've got pieces there. So maybe a quarterback pushes them over the edge in a weak division.
True.
Mean, that division's still wide open.
Oh, yeah.
Cowboys are good, but they just lost their best receiver.
Yeah. And Dak Prescott is not a big game quarterback.
No, Dak Prescott's not good. I
He
don't think he's good.
as much as Amari Cooper might be right about his statement.
They must have just been terrified to face re-signing Ryan Fitzpatrick or starting Taylor Heineke.
I'd be terrified doing that either.
Yeah,
Too.
I think they have to give up on Taylor Heineke.
They also they're going through a whole rebranding right now, and you've got the rebranding. You want to be a competitive team, so you do some risk in these situations.
Yeah.
I understand that. That makes sense. Aaron Rodgers back in Green Bay.
Yeah,
Was anyone
I was
Were
shocked.
you expecting? Okay,
No,
yeah, I wasn't
didn't think
expecting
he
that
was
either.
gonna go back. Really didn't.
Lot of money too. Lot of money.
Was it 4 years, 200 mil?
And Devontae Adams got franchise tag, right?
Mhm.
So he's back there, running back again.
I don't get that. You complain about your team and whatever, and then you just take that much of your team's salary cap.
Yeah.
That's
It's also
Kinda
Green
selfish.
Bay, though, too.
yeah, but it's not a very Brady was on team-friendly deals
Yeah.
to get the help he needed.
Brady wanted to win.
He wanted to win.
And Rodgers
And-
wants to make money.
Yeah.
Aaron, yeah, he wants that's just not a very team-friendly deal at all, and I don't understand the entirety of franchise tagging, but they're going to have to eventually sign him to a long-term deal, right? And are they going to have the space to do that? He might. You're essentially forcing... Devontae Adams might love Aaron Rodgers so much that you're going to force him to take a pay cut.
Yeah.
Which is kind of mean.
And even Patrick Mahomes had a huge deal last year, but that ended up being team-friendly for the amount of years it was.
10 years.
And the manipulation of the things, other quarterbacks around the league are taking... The QB market's getting bigger and bigger, but quarterbacks are also realizing that this is what they have to do to build a team around them.
You can't win on your own.
No.
It's such a team game.
Yeah, so Aaron Rodgers also stays in a pretty weak division as well.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah, I mean maybe he was a little scared of the AFC West.
Lions, Vikings, Bears, come on now. Khalil Mack's gone.
Yeah, they should sweep their division.
Yeah, that's 6 wins right there.
And do we wonder why they get to 13-3 every year? They play the NFC.
That's true. That is true. Congrats to Patrick Mahomes and Brittany Matthews. They just got officially married today in Hawaii.
Really?
Yeah.
Good for them. Okay, let's talk about Villanova basketball.
Yes, sir.
Frank, you were there. Tell us about it.
Yeah, big 3 games this weekend. Close game against St. John's. Got me very nervous down the stretch. We did not start off too well that game, but the way Villanova plays every year, and especially this year, we have the leadership, we have the players, and they make big plays down the stretch. Samuels missed the first half, kept back spasms, couldn't walk, couldn't extend himself. Huge shots, huge blocks, hustle plays. There's no giving up on this team. The team fights till every loose ball, everything. Brandon Slayer's block at the end, oh my God.
That was nuts.
The shots aren't going in. Move the ball, drive the paint, get somebody who is. Caleb Daniels, huge first game. Second game, Brandon Slayer, Jermaine Samuels both went off. Against UConn, that crowd, UConn, a lot of UConn fans there, absolutely going wild. Dan Hurley. Oh my God, worst head coach.
He is just so annoying.
Is that the UConn coach?
Yeah, so annoying.
Yeah.
I
He's
really
so
liked him.
animated.
I cannot stand him.
Do that anymore.
I cannot stand him.
He's so animated.
Every time
Everything
Villanova called a timeout, or there was a timeout on the court, he would just throw his fist and run on the court as a player. And you compare him against Jay Wright, it's stoic. Oh my, Dan Hurley. Every time there's a foul call, he's screaming at the refs. I cannot stand him. But Villanova made our free throws.
Best free throw shooting team ever.
And we joke about it, but literally,
Statistically, yeah.
you think about it going into March Madness.
That's what wins games.
You going down the stretch of games, if you can make your free throws, they are easy points.
That's how teams lose games, is they miss their free throws.
UConn, Georgetown last year beat us in the first round of the Big East because they shot 100% for free throws and made 23 free throws. You make your free throws, you win games, and that is what we do really, really, really well.
I liked to yesterday. We got them second half. There's a reason we went off in the second half because we got them in foul trouble early.
Foul trouble early. Driving in, getting the fouls, and just Colin Gillespie.
I always talk about how we don't have enough movement on offense. Our offense is too slow, but we run every game the way we want to play every game.
Yeah.
It's our pace.
It's
we
really
dictate
incredible.
our pace.
We dictate the pace of the entire game.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
incredible.
And we do not get flustered.
Yeah, we don't.
Jay, you compare. I was really comparing these two coaches. You compare in the UConn game. I think it was the St. John's game actually when there were two. There was 3 bad charge calls towards the end of the game.
Yeah.
They called offensive fouls, and you look at Jay Wright, and Jay Wright's just
Stone cold.
clapping up get back on defense, suck it up, go back, play your game. And Dan Hurley would be losing his mind, getting teed up. The way this team is just built, veteran guys who know they've been there and nothing faces them.
Who knows what could happen in March?
It's such a interesting offense. It's a tough offense to defend too because we just have guards that post people up.
Oh yeah,
Everybody can shoot.
We play such a distinct, unique brand of basketball with 6, maybe 7 legitimate guys that could go out and get a bucket if we need to call on them with 7 seconds in a left in a shot clock. Obviously calling, but I feel like we have enough trust now in Slater, Justin Moore,
Caleb
Samuels.
Daniels is probably our best ISO scorer.
He's
Longino
playing.
was hitting
Longino-
shot clock expiring. It was
I mean, we
crazy.
have some dogs. Like we have some guys on this team.
And Samuel's hustle, he can make big shots. He scored 21 points against UConn. Like, he can.
Yeah.
This team.
So what was going on with Dixon during the tournament?
So apparently Dixon was throwing up before the game. He was sick. He wasn't feeling well before the first game. And I think it was also just matchups. Like, we played huge guys, and it was almost better playing small against them because, like, Samuels can guard Sunogo. Like, we just saw it. Like,
That was crazy.
yeah.
That was crazy.
But last night, I just seeing like Slater and Samuels get posted up by that big guy.
Yeah, the big guy was.
He was probably the only reason it was close. 'Cause
It was
he would
tough.
just-
We
he was
need
throwing
Dixon to play a
float.
little
He
better.
missed a shot, I don't
Yeah.
think. He had like.
He was just throwing a baby hook. Like,
But I
a
think
couple
Dixon
feet
was
away.
just sick, and he didn't look well. Jay didn't play him much time. He was, like, in and out. Like, it seemed like he
You
wasn't
gotta
fully
save him.
there.
I mean, the Big East is great, but we wanted Chip.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And this was good for the team because it's just more experience. More like you're playing 3 back-to-back games. Like, we'll never play this again because it's March Madness. You'll have breaks between games. Like, huge.
I'm just so happy we beat UConn.
Oh, yeah.
We're
Cannot
juniors,
stand it.
and this is our first time as students that we've won the Big East.
First time we've won anything.
It's the first time the Big East tournament happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, second,
besides,
but-
yeah.
No.
We don't count the.
Oh, last year.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
right. Yeah.
Last year was a fluke, COVID.
Yeah. There's no fans.
Yeah. So Selection Sunday tonight.
Yeah.
What are we
I
thinking?
think we could get a 2. I really do.
I don't care if we're a 2 or a 3. As long as we're in the East and we have a chance for home games in the
Yeah.
Sweet 16 Elite 8, that's all I want.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
So
There's not many teams in college basketball right now that fully scare me that I don't think we have a
Yeah.
chance to beat.
I'm with that.
The one thing that scares me is, besides Slater, we don't have anyone super athletic.
That is true.
However, we are basically a positionless basketball team,
Yeah.
which I really like.
Slater is our pure athlete.
And our
He is
defense
athlete.
has been
Oh my
very-
God, this year,
we
yeah.
held, okay, even though we scored 19 points in the first half of a Big East championship,
Yeah.
we held the other team to 18.
Yeah.
That says something.
Yeah, and the only team in college basketball that genuinely scares me right now is Purdue. Because they have 2 guys over 7 feet
Yeah.
tall who both start.
That's not a good
and
matchup
Ivy.
team for us.
Yeah,
and
that's
Ivy.
not a
Best
good
player
matchup
in
for
the
us.
nation.
I feel like anyone else, like even Baylor, I know we haven't played. We played Baylor tough back-to-back games, and we have lost both of them. But they're guards, so I feel like guard-wise we can match up and play. They're more athletic guards than us, but I still feel like we have a chance against them.
We just got to keep doing. We run games at our pace.
Yeah, we control the pace.
Yeah.
We dictate the pace. It's our game. You can come play us.
And it's frustrating to watch because we don't run in transition. Never.
Nope.
We never
No.
run in transition, even when it's wide open. But I guess it makes sense. Jay Wright has us playing.
And
Playing
you
basketball.
can't doubt Jay Wright.
He knows what he's doing.
He's our MVP essentially. He's got these guys doing what.
Look at
winning
I saw a
basketball.
stat. Since 2013, we've won 7 Big East titles, 7 November tournaments, and we've won 2 national championships.
It seemed like there were, with 2 minutes left yesterday, we took every single possession down to the last.
Yep.
Second. It is
We're killing
incredible.
clock and we're making
you don't
shots.
see teams do that.
Yeah.
It's incredible. It's just smart. It's winning basketball.
Is this the best chance we're gonna have as students?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, by far.
Yeah, because next year's going to be rough.
Next year's gonna.
Next year will be
watching,
interesting to see who still comes back and stuff like that. But yeah.
when they announce the starters and you just see Arch and you're just like, oh my god.
Okay, but Jordan Longino,
Yeah.
my favorite
He's
Villanova
good-
basketball player right now.
He's a freshman, right?
Yeah.
He's gonna be a good player.
So good.
He's gonna be a good player.
I love the man.
You can just tell by the way he plays, he knows how to play basketball.
Defensively,
He can
he's
play.
shooting way better from 3. He's taking guys off the dribble. His
But when
confidence
he
is just through the
moves-
roof. Yeah.
It's not like Chris Arch and one dribble,
Yep.
hold the
Yeah.
ball, I get scared. Longino plays with
Yeah.
confidence.
He's not scared.
Sean, I got a question for you. Someone brought this up the other day, and I thought you would have a good take on it. Do you think Slater could get drafted?
So going into the year, I thought he could, but I think he just hasn't developed the shot enough
Yeah.
to be drafted.
But as a pure, like seeing that block,
Yeah.
that is a heads up, pure athletic play, clutch time
If
play.
anybody on the team is going to get drafted, it's him. He's definitely got the best chance to be drafted.
You think if he goes on a huge personal individual run in the tournament?
Oh, yeah.
If he has a Dante run,
Like a
absolutely.
Dante run,
A
yeah.
Dante run, absolutely. Because like he almost reminds me a little of Mikal Bridges, just he can't shoot.
Yeah.
Like he's got Mikal Bridges' build. He's got Mikal Bridges' athleticism.
Athlete.
athlete, like defensive ability. Like he takes their best player down.
Raw potential.
Cockburn, he was guarding Cockburn the entire game and like doing a decent job on him. Like this guy's 7 feet tall and Slater's just out there.
Yeah.
His dunks, his blocks.
He's a dog.
Yeah.
Yeah. If he could shoot consistently,
yeah,
people would probably talk about him as
that
going.
That coming out game against UConn was nuts.
Yeah.
He was nuts that game.
What do you think about Justin Moore getting drafted? No.
He's really good.
Very consistent.
He's very consistent. He just doesn't have anything that like wows you.
Yeah.
He's like Phil Booth. He reminds me a little of Josh Hart, but he's just give him another year. If he comes back, theoretically he comes back next year because I don't think he'll the draft. He could be like our star player next year.
Yeah.
And we'll see what he does with that.
Maybe he needs that senior season.
Also, just quick shout out to Josh Hart.
I was just
44 points last night. Like, wow.
Yeah. Win over the Wizards.
Nova basketball is on the up and up.
On a high right now.
Yeah. It's exciting. I'm excited for tonight. When does the actual tourney start?
We'll play either Thursday or Friday.
Wow.
Tuesday, Wednesday, the playing games. Starts Thursday, Friday.
Then we're
too
back
early
into
predictions. Besides Nova, who's going to win it all? We don't have to go too in depth. I just want to feel a random team.
See, I don't think Auburn's overrated. I think Auburn's...
Oh, my God, they're so overrated.
I just really like Jabari Smith a lot.
You just want him on the Thunder.
Yeah, maybe.
Who do you got, Ray?
I don't know. Someone was talking about Duke is just, like, slept on this year.
Okay, my problem with Duke is the ACC is the worst Power 5 conference.
I hated that they lost.
Duke is the only team ranked in the top 25
in the ACC.
In the ACC, and they've had a bunch of bad losses down the stretch.
And they just lost.
They lost to Virginia Tech. They've lost to UNC. They've lost a couple other games.
How do you lose on Coach K's night?
Yeah.
I just don't think they have it.
I'm gonna go Kentucky, even though they just lost against.
I do like Kentucky. Tennessee also.
Yeah.
I do like Tennessee a lot.
Yeah.
Is it the same old fade Gonzaga?
Oh yeah. Sneakily, a deep playoff team. I like Rutgers a lot.
Really? Okay.
Rutgers basketball.
Okay.
I don't want to see Purdue.
No
I don't
Purdue.
want to see Purdue. I don't want to.
Stay away from Purdue. I think other than us, I think Purdue's not a great team in general. Baylor's also really good again.
You know, I never hear people talk about Arizona, and they're ranked second.
I mean, it's one of those things, kind of like the Big East, where people just don't like the Pac-12, and the Pac-12 always
Pac-12's
makes
good.
it far. They always make it far in the tournament.
Yeah, Pac-12 basketball's. I don't know who
think
ended up winning
severely
last night.
underrated.
It's exciting.
Arizona won last.
They won last night. Yeah.
Iowa, Purdue tonight. Ooh. Big Ten tournament. That's gonna be good.
There's some good teams. There's no clear favorites really. I know people are gonna say Gonzaga, but we've seen it so many times with Gonzaga. Like I don't understand how anybody trusts Gonzaga. Like
We're gonna see some nutty upsets this year.
yeah, there's gonna be some
It's
fun
gonna be
upsets.
crazy.
There's a lot of like mid-major programs who are getting at large bids because it's crazy.
Yeah. It's not even like the official tourney, and there's been some insane
Oh yeah.
games so far this past week.
Like if you just look at the top 25, there's plenty of teams that, like Colorado State, Murray State's 19th in the country. St. Mary's, like, there's some new teams out here that,
Let's go.
yeah, who are not Power 5 conferences in the top 25.
St. Mary's 17.
Murray State. Who is that?
Jamal Murray's.
That was
Was that Morant?
That was John.
John Morant,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
That's Morant, yeah.
Wow.
Colorado State.
They're 30
my
of 2.
cousin goes there.
Yeah,
Nice.
like there's some good teams out there.
Wow. Yeah.
It's gonna be a fun tournament. Gonna be a fun March.
Very excited.
Setting it up for it.
Very excited. I feel like we gotta do a break.
Yeah.
We haven't done a break in a minute. You listen to Fun in the Locker Room. We got MLB, NBA. We gotta talk about. So stay with us. Fun in the Locker Room, 89.1 FM, WXVU, Villanova Radio.
Here's what's happening in the main line with WXVU's Mainline Community Events Billboard.
Join these student-led listening circles that focus on the issue of sexual violence. Survivors Supporting Survivors for student survivors, the ripple effect for those students directly or indirectly affected by sexual violence, and Let's Talk About It for students who just want a space to talk about the issue of sexual violence. For more information, go to the health page on the Office of Student Life website.
If you have a community event in the main line you'd like to submit to WXVU's billboard, email wxvumusic@gmail.com.
The life of a college student can get busy and overwhelming. You have exams to study for, papers to write, internships and jobs to apply for, and co-curriculars. However, it is so important to take a step back and practice self-care to calm your anxiety. According to Thrive 365, a portal from the Office of Health Promotion, you should make time for things you enjoy, like listening to music and spending time with friends. You can also try recentering techniques like yoga or meditation to promote relaxation.
Learning what triggers your anxiety is key to preventing it. Make sure to set boundaries and celebrate your small successes. Give yourself some love. If you'd like more ways on how to reduce and prevent anxiety, visit thrive365.villanova.edu.
This PSA is brought to you by senior nursing students in the Fitzpatrick College of Nursing, the Office of Health Promotion, and WXVU Villanova Radio.
Check out WXVU's anchor feed for on-demand Villanova interviews with Father Peter, J.J. Brown, Stephen Coach, Jared Brewer, and Kathy Gallagher as part of WXVU's Move-In Week coverage. Log on to wxvu.villanova.edu and click the link for our anchor feed to listen to the interviews.
Welcome back. You're listening to Fun in the Locker Room, 89.1 FM, WSVU, Villanova Student Radio, Fun in the Locker Room. Breaking news? What is it?
Oh, not really breaking news.
Not breaking.
We just got we got some info from our insider source. One of Arizona's best players was hurt the other day, so he might be out for the tournament. I don't know. I don't really know anything about college basketball, other than the fact that anybody can win the tournament. But we're going to win it this year.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Guys, I know there's some huge baseball news recently.
Oh, yeah.
Baseball
So,
is
floor is yours.
back.
Baseball's back, baby.
After a lot of negotiations, 99-day lockout, felt like we were never going to see baseball again. Somehow, they got to the end.
I'm so happy. Because this... Okay, we'll talk about what just happened last night.
Should we talk about let's talk about like what they agreed about. Like the big things they've agreed about that are changing things. They've increased the luxury tax threshold, but they've also added, that's going to hurt the Mets in the long run, but Steve Cohen does not care, that there's a second luxury tax, that if you hit a certain dollar amount, you have to pay more of the luxury tax, and Steve Cohen already said, all right, fine, I'll pay it more. So that's good for us.
Spring training starts in 4 days. Woohoo!
Universal DH now.
Oh, thank the Lord. 12-team playoff.
12-team playoff.
Helps the Mets.
I like that. It wasn't too many. Like I didn't want to go 7 or 8. When the year they had 18 playoffs per thing was like too much.
Because baseball, the whole thing about baseball is that you have to get the playoffs. And the playoffs are sacred. So having a 14-team would be kind of crazy. And the only reason the owners want to do that was just to make money.
Yeah.
Market that. But 12 teams is pretty good.
How does a 12-team look?
What was it? Was it the division winners?
Oh, here we go. Top 2 division winners in each league receive a first-round bye, while the worst division winner and the 3 wildcard teams per league will play in a 3-game sets to advance the division round.
I like that, as opposed to like a one-off or something.
Yeah, I like the 3 games. Like, make it a little better, because otherwise the one-game playoff really benefits us, but it's teams with good starting pitching, and it still benefits us after yesterday.
Yeah, let's talk about. So we got Chris Bassett from the A's.
Yeah.
We gave up JT Ginn, who's
our second pitching prospect.
He's going to be good. However, Mets, I like this move because we're in a win now. And we're making money moves.
Oh, yeah.
You look at our rotation, I think we're the best rotation in the league.
Oh, absolutely.
By far.
DeGrom, Scherzer, Bassett.
Taijuan Walker, Carrasco could come back. I mean,
Peterson's off the McGill. Like
McGill.
The depth we have here, like
I like it.
exciting.
Like it a lot. And we have guys in our organization too. A lot of prospects.
Yeah, and I'm not too worried about giving up the prospects because if you look around the league of prospects we have given up, like who's the guy in Detroit?
Oh, guy in Detroit.
You notice our Mariners Clinic.
Yeah.
He came up, had a couple games, but he didn't do much after that. Like
he was bad.
Yeah,
He was actually really bad.
Really bad. Like you look around, like prospects are prospects. They have a chance to pan out, and half of them do, half of them don't. Look around baseball.
Do you think the Mets sign someone else? I think they'll make one.
Are you talking about a certain guy from the Braves?
Freeman? I don't know about Freeman. I kind of want Bryant.
Chris Bryant.
I kind of want Chris Bryant.
Is he a free agent right now?
Correct.
The problem is the Giants did just spend big for Rendon, so
yeah.
I don't know if they're going to go all in on Bryant or they're going to get rid of him because, like, oh my God, think of that.
What people don't understand, though,
that lineup.
Chris Bassett is an all-star.
Yeah, but if you think of that lineup, if we get him, if we get Chris Bryant, you got Pete Alonso / Dom Smith at first, whoever else is DHing, McNeil at second.
If he stays.
That's true.
But I mean,
what's gonna happen with Cano? Actually, that's another question we got.
Cano could DH. I mean, we're paying him so much money. He's gonna play.
Or what if they do a Ellsbury situation like the Yankees, throw him down the minors?
I mean, I wouldn't mind that. I don't want Cano.
I hate Cano.
But they're just paying him so much money.
Got Lindor. Lindor's gonna bounce back. Chris Bryant, like.
Lindor had a great second half.
It
plays different.
It's been so long, so I'm forgetting who are the big acquisition signs we had before the
we
lockout.
Got Eduardo, that guy. We got Mark Kanya, Eduardo Escobar, Mark Kanya.
Yeah, wasn't there a center fielder? Was Kanya the center fielder?
Oh, Starling Marte.
Yeah, there we go.
Dude, we're gonna be lethal. We're gonna be lethal next year.
We just need to stay healthy.
Yes, that's what I was. That's what. Hope and pray.
That is always our problem. We can never stay healthy enough. And I think we need a couple more bullpen arms. Get one or two guys, see if they can pan out.
But right now, I mean, you have young guys, McGill, Peterson. If you have 5 or 6 proven starters, we throw those guys in the bullpen. Let them work a little bit, get a couple innings here and there.
Yeah, right.
We're in a great spot right now. We are in a great spot.
Right now, our depth chart is looking like James McCann, Pete Alonso, Cano, Eduardo Escobar at third, Lindor, Kanya in left, Starling Marte, Nimmo, Dom Smith DHing. And if McNeil comes back...
That's pretty good.
I don't expect Conforto back.
No. I think he's already gone.
He hasn't fully signed somewhere else yet, but it doesn't look like it.
Still got James McCann, who's
Liam, McNeil's got another year.
You don't think... Yeah, but you don't think they're going to trade him?
For what?
That's what they were saying. Because I don't know why they would do it, but I just see on Twitter all the time that they want to trade him, which makes no sense because his value is the lowest that it's ever been.
Yeah, he didn't have a great year last year, but...
No one did for the Mets.
Nobody did. Exactly.
He's going to bat 300 next year.
Yeah. And their bullpen's not better right now. Lugo, May, Castro. Drew Smith even pitched well at certain points in the year. Like
we did lose Loop, which was a big loss.
Yeah, I liked Aaron Loop.
You lose Loop, but you get back Bassett. I'm not too upset about that.
No, not at all. It's worked out. Other teams around the league, it's been chaos right now. Do you think the Yankees get Correa?
Yankees are going to get someone, and they're probably not going to do anything.
Correa story. It's kind of funny because you listen to all the Yankees fans for all these years, like, boo the Astros, they suck, the cheaters, like all this stuff, and now we want Correa. Like, I don't know.
Yankees get everybody, and they never do anything with them.
Nope.
Never do.
Going on their title drought. Past decade, no titles. Can that be another decade?
Yeah.
Welcome to being the Mets' younger
is the
brothers.
Mets City, baby. This is the Mets City. Uncle Stevie's taking care of us. Oh man, it's just, I'm happy for, and it's just so nice that baseball's back. It's so nice.
Yeah, and I'm very happy that Kershaw went back to the Dodgers. It'd be weird seeing Kershaw not a Dodger uniform.
He was gonna be what? Rangers was his.
I saw some rumors about somewhere else, but I'm glad he went back. Yeah, it's been fun this past couple of days with all the deals.
Yeah, I think we're going to start seeing people sign this next week, leading up to spring training. We're going to see a lot of people signing. I think we'll see a good amount of trades.
Joe Kelly to the White Sox,
Baseball's, I don't know. I just hope what comes out of this is baseball grows and becomes more popular just in general.
Oh, yeah.
This season's going to be awesome, and the Mets are going to be awesome.
And thank you, MLB, for no more 7-inning doubleheaders.
Yeah.
And no more runner on second base.
Can you guys explain what that means for someone that has no idea what that means?
What?
The runner on second base thing?
Yeah, so in extra innings, they would start with a runner on second. You start with a runner on second
Why?
base.
You basically
speed it up.
have a free double?
Yeah.
Basically?
Speed up the game. It's stupid, and that's not how baseball should ever be played.
That's like...
It's like
what?
T-ball. It's like T-ball rules.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was weird. I didn't like it, and I'm glad it's gone.
I feel like that's like starting on like the opponent's 40 in football on a drive. Like you already like I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It was dumb.
It was weird.
Yeah.
Glad it's over. Glad baseball's back. Looking forward to a good season. Mets level World
I
Series.
can't wait to go to that parade with you right next
Oh,
year.
so excited.
Okay, you guys. We're going to a fantasy land we're living in here.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's talk about basketball.
Yeah. What's going on in the NBA?
Let's pull up the standings right now.
Yeah. I want us to. So we now that we don't have our NFL pick'em anymore, I was thinking we get. I think Truett threw out some NBA pick'em coming up.
Yeah.
Pick some games,
Yeah, we
NBA
can do
games. So I was looking at the schedule, and this week there's not many primetime games because of March Madness hitting up this week. So they're not as many. So tonight is the biggest primetime game of the week. Suns Lakers.
Oh, Christ.
I want to talk about both these teams.
Suns minus 8.5.
Oh, wow.
Take the Suns.
Do they have...
Take the Suns.
Is it still no Booker, no Chris Paul?
And you're still taking the Suns?
Yeah.
How little you think of your Lakers, Truett?
Sean, have you watched the Lakers? Have you watched them play basketball?
Yeah. Little background. Right now, the Suns clinched a playoff spot. They are 53-14, and they've been doing a lot of this without Chris Paul or Devin Booker.
And all these people who said it was a fluke.
Me.
Going to the finals, oh my God,
Yeah.
so glad.
I think, I don't know what you guys think. I think healthy, the Suns are the best team in the NBA, and it's not really close.
Not really close is a little exaggeration because, as we've seen before, playoffs are a different animal with a lot of these teams.
Playoffs are different, but
But
regular
I do
season,
think they are really, really good.
Yeah, not even looking like on paper. It's just this team. Everyone knows everyone has such clear, defined roles.
Role players.
Nobody is questioning what is Jay Crowder, what is Ayton gonna do, like what is Mikal Bridges gonna do. Everyone knows their roles. The chemistry is just ridiculous. I think Chris Paul was saying I was watching. Chris Paul was just on JJ Reddit's podcast the other day, and he was on the Clippers for X amount of years, and he's only been on the Suns for a season and a half. And he was saying about how the chemistry they have now is far and away so much greater than what he had with any other team, because he just knows where the guys need the spot, what spots they need to get the ball in, when to get the ball. He just there's no lack of confidence that they're gonna make it. He was saying that he's been on some teams where he's given someone the ball wide open. He's like, please God, make that shot. And now on the Suns, he's like, I don't even think about that. I just know that these are their rhythm shots. I get them the shots in their spots. The chemistry, the roles, the coaching. I think that says a lot. That's a big reason to why they're 53-14 right now. On paper, they have some talent. Don't get me wrong.
They have a lot of talent,
but they have ridiculous chemistry.
They are 25-6 on the road this season. An NBA team is 25-6 on the road. That's not a fluke. That just doesn't happen. But to go back to your point, Truett, everybody on their team makes each other better.
Yeah.
they click.
Yeah. Why did we not get Chris Paul and Kobe? Can you imagine? Chris Paul and Devin is just. Where do they rank in your best duos in the league?
Oh,
Currently,
Yeah.
okay. Okay, let's talk
They're
about
up there.
duos for a second. What duos do we have? Bucks. You go.
You just
we
like
have a trio.
what are they? Yeah, that's a trio.
Okay, we got Harden and Embiid, Levine, DeRozan, Jaylen Brown, Tatum.
Some good duos.
We're not going to ignore the Cavaliers. Ignore the Cavaliers
Yeah,
ones.
not yet. Yeah.
I would probably still think the Sixers duo is probably better.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Higher potential.
Other than
higher
that,
potential. But,
Yeah.
But yeah, the way Chris Paul and Devin Booker complement each
The-
other,
the-
scorer,
yes.
passer.
Yes.
and then
Yeah.
Ayton is just the perfect target.
Mikal Bridges' defense,
Oh
like
my God. They're built
Jay Crowder, like,
perfectly.
whew.
They're built perfectly.
Yeah, you know,
Shout out to the Suns general manager.
shout out. Yeah,
'Cause they were
And Monty
purgatory
Williams.
forever.
yeah.
They were purgatory
I honestly I want to say it was a year after Aiden got drafted, and I was wondering why did they not take Luka? Because Aiden wasn't really good yet, and I'm like, why did you not take Luka?
I don't need him.
But it's just fit. It's fit at that point.
Same thing with the Hawks.
Yeah.
Trey. God.
This
NBA
team,
is awesome.
it'd be great to see Chris Paul win a ring. I think we can all agree on that.
He deserves it. You just see what he did with the Thunder.
Yeah. I mean, he was the league gave up on him before
Oh,
the
yeah.
Thunder. It was last year in the Rockets. The league gave up on him.
Oh, yeah.
The fact that you had to attach 2 picks and 2 pick swaps to get Russell Westbrook, they had to attach that to Chris Paul. That just shows how low his value
They
was.
got a 5 seed.
Yeah,
Almost beat the Rockets.
Yeah.
One shot away from beating the Rockets.
that was a great series. Yeah.
Chris Paul's a special player.
All right, I know you're gonna inevitably switch
Yeah,
teams.
now the,
So
Lakers.
The other side. Let's talk about the Lakers for a second. 29 and 37.
I will give a big shout out.
Oh, here we go.
As much as
no
painful
way.
it hits me.
Frank's gonna say it. Let's go.
LeBron James has had a couple good games, back-to-back games of
are we recording right now? Are we recording?
great scoring ability. Like he's put up a lot of points.
Efficient.
He's
Yeah. What was
carrying
that
his team right
shooting
now.
last night? What was the shooting
We'll
percentage?
We'll check.
Sure, you can't get too hyped. They are
Yeah, but it's
9
LeBron,
seed
man. It's
in the
LeBron.
West.
Yeah, I'm not even. I don't even care about team victories. I'm just hoping for individual victories. Just Braun doing Braun. But
So out of
it makes me
curiosity,
very happy that you
Yeah,
said that you
on
acknowledge greatness.
72% shooting, 67% from 3. He had 50 points, 6 assists, 7 rebounds, a block, and only 3 turnovers.
the Lakers are closer to missing the playoffs than they are to the 8th seed.
Yeah, well,
That is
the
true.
Lakers,
They have like a
their
1% chance to get the 8th seed, so it's looking pretty
Their
impossible.
team stinks. Not good. They have LeBron James though.
They have LeBron James. That's
And I
literally what this
cannot
team is.
stand them. It's so funny to me. I love this, what's happening to the Lakers and LeBron.
This reminds me of when the Lakers had Steve Nash, Dwight Howard.
This is
Kobe.
exactly what happened. Yeah, it's
They're on
the
the cover
exact
of
same
Sports
thing.
Illustrated.
For some reason, teams
Stuff.
think getting a bunch of old guys
Yeah.
is going to work.
Doesn't work.
Does not work. Chemistry, egos,
Defense.
defense, non-existent.
Yeah, see that's what I was pointing out to someone the other day is when they won in 2020, they had the number 1 defense in the league, and they got
I wonder why. It's almost like they had young guys.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm not getting on my soapbox about it. I can say it again about LeBron's ability to create teams around him, but it's just
Sean, I sent you that tweet though. You know what tweet I'm talking about. When everyone says Le GM, but if you look at the things he wanted and the things he got, they didn't line up. Did you not see the tweet I tagged you in? This was a minute ago too.
I just don't.
He didn't want Frank Vogel. He didn't want Russell Westbrook. He's on record.
He wants
saying
to bring in these old guys.
He wanted DeRozan and he wanted Ty Lue, and he got none of them.
Their roster stinks. Roster stinks.
No, the roster's pretty bad. The roster is bad. And yes, it's age, but at the same time,
I think
just because you're in your 30s doesn't mean defense is effort.
yeah, but
It's all effort, and
these aren't just guys in their 30s.
they are the kings of not rebounding.
Yeah, they don't hustle.
They don't hustle.
Besides Austin Reeves.
If you like Liam, I swear to God, I could take either of you two right now, put you on the court, and you might get an offensive rebound. There's a good chance you could get an offensive rebound versus the Lakers. They miss rotations so much. They do this thing that Frank Vogel has them do on defense, where
Is that what they play? Is that what they're doing out there? Are they playing defense?
No, they're not.
You call that?
But this is what Frank Vogel.
This is what and it makes me so mad because someone will have the ball on the perimeter and they will I know it's not like one player doing it because they all do it and it's like a clear scheme they do. One, like the nearest perimeter player will just charge him and just create this, okay, so it's a double team. And then they just eventually rotate everybody on the perimeter as the ball moves. But they don't do it fast enough.
They're slow and they're old.
Because they're slow and they're old. And it's always a wide open three in the corner. And I just wonder, like, Frank Vogel must have dementia or something because you see this happen every time. It's so bad. Like,
Vogel's an idiot.
And it's the worst part is it's such a weak double team too.
Yeah,
it's such a weak double team. They can still make an easy overhead pass to the next guy. It is just.
You have 37-year-old Melo charging at you with a single jab step to the right.
Yeah.
I mean, Wayne Ellington, bro. Trevor Ariza.
Yeah, dude.
This team stinks. Dwight Howard, bro. What?
Yeah, dude. Dwight. That's another thing. I was telling both of you, if you watch a Lakers game, and I challenge everyone to do this, just for like 4 possessions, watch Dwight Howard. Just watch him. It is just so like, and you know, I'm not gonna sit here and say that like Russ and Melo and whoever aren't like that they haven't been good because they haven't, but. You want to talk about falling off a cliff, dude. Dwight Howard doesn't do anything productive anymore.
In his defense, he's 36.
He is 36.
Be on the basketball.
Yeah, but he was also 34 when they won the chip. That was 2 years ago. But it is
and
embarrassing
he was from 3 from the logo
to
back
see
then.
like Zubac, like that last Clippers game, Zubac just like posted him up to below the rim. Like he was right below the rim. And like
Dwight,
it's sad when you watch Dwight highlights like and then you see this.
Well, you get a little bit of that when you see your main man play.
Yeah. Okay. But you also like just like watch him on offense, like he just gets boxed out by guards. He can't even get offensive. It's
Anthony Davis plays like he's 5'11".
Yeah, that's another thing. I need Anthony Davis to come back soon.
Oh my god, yeah.
Not that he hasn't fallen off a cliff because he has, but I need his defense,
this was
dude.
supposed to be his year.
This
he took over.
Yes.
He's in his
like
prime.
I'm happy that LeBron is doing this, but he should not have to be doing this. He is not good enough to carry a trash roster anymore. He's not 28 anymore. He is 37.
He can't run like he used to, but
the city of LA, the team, the fans, the general manager, Rob Pelinka, Jeannie Buss, they have failed LeBron. And this team sucks. I miss KCP. I miss Caruso. I miss JaVale McGee, man.
Do you miss Kyle Kuzma?
Sure, at this point. Kyle Kuzma last year made more threes than Trae Young. Like, yeah, I miss Kyle Kuzma. This team sucks. I don't know why I watch every game, man.
Yeah, dude, you gotta take a break.
I gotta stop watching this team.
Yeah. Can we transition to Thunder? Because we asked a question before the show. You wouldn't answer until the show.
Oh yeah, what was that?
About like Shea shutting down Shea or shutting down Giddey. Like, what should the Thunder do? Should they be tanking?
Context for this, though. So the Thunder right now, they are 20-46. They have the fourth worst record.
2 games out of top 3.
What do you think
Dort
they're gonna do?
got shut down. Ty Jerome got shut down. Sorry.
I like how that's news.
They did have a good season. They're competitive.
Shea's great.
Yeah, I mean, it was actually kind of exciting. Like they beat some teams. They beat the Lakers, which doesn't say much.
Did they sweep the Lakers?
No, they did not sleep. They have a winning record against the Lakers this season. They beat the Nets with a healthy Durant one time.
Yeah.
I mean, you just got to get some exciting wins every now and then. To answer your question, I would normally say yes, shut down Shea like they did last year. But Shea, he scored the most points out of anybody since the All-Star break. He's going nuts. He's going dummy mode right now. Like, he is playing so well.
I think you shut him down eventually. like with 10 games left.
Yeah.
You make sure you lose your last 10.
I'd rather shut him down than Giddey because I think Giddey could get all the reps.
Yeah.
Experience. Yeah. I like Giddey a lot.
And if they do, where are you looking at this draft, Truett? I don't know if you've looked into the NBA draft this year. Like,
yes,
who are you guys targeting?
I have. So I think we're getting to the point where I was very angry last draft when they did not trade up to get like Jalen Green or somebody. It ended up working out great. I don't know if they
really
knew
well.
In hindsight.
He's awesome.
I don't know if it was like a Fultz Tatum thing where like the Celtics just knew like we're gonna stay at 3 and get Tatum.
And why isn't Giddey getting more Rookie of the Year consideration?
I'd love to hear you say that, man. I think it's just because Mobley's so darn good.
But literally, his stats like
is he fourth now? Because they still have Cade.
12 points.
And
8
Scotty's
rebounds,
also
6
pretty good.
assists,
Scotty's on a
like-
playoff team too.
Yeah, I guess you look at that. Mobley's on a playoff team.
Yeah.
12,
yeah.
8, and 6. That's
Cade is the only man
Great.
on his roster.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah, I mean, I am not disappointed with this rookie season. It worked out so much better than I thought it was going to be because I really wanted, at that position, Book Knight or Kuminga. And, I mean, Kuminga's going to be a good player. But this year, I think we have to trade up if we don't.
Yes,
I mean,
100%.
if we don't get scammed again. That was such a scam last year. We had the Rockets' top 3 protected pick and ours. And the Rockets got 3, and we got 4.
Yeah.
No, we got 6.
So if you guys,
So we literally got scammed. We could have had like Mobley and Scotty
you
Barnes.
could have got Mobley and Giddey.
Yeah.
Imagine
Instead,
getting Mobley right now.
yeah. Instead, we got Trey Mann. No, we actually drafted Sengun. Fun fact, and traded him to get Trey Mann.
this year.
Yes. So this year, I've been so outspoken. I don't like Chet.
He's such a weird build. Like I don't understand how he can do anything in the
Don't
NBA
like
right
his
now.
build.
Not an NBA guy.
Really like Jabari Smith. Really recently have started
is
liking
good.
Jabari Smith.
I do like him.
Paolo, I don't really know what this weight thing is. This still an issue?
I don't know. That something like that just
It's scary me.
Scary
Yeah.
long term.
Outside of that, I think Paolo's solid. This AJ Griffin guy, we don't need guards, but AJ Griffin's what, like 6'5", 6'6", so we don't need him. But he's gonna be a good player. I like Ivy, but he's a guard.
I feel like Jabari Smith would fit really well in the team.
Yes,
And you guys
run him at the
can't-
4.
If you don't get him, like you can trade up.
Yeah,
And you will trade up because you have the picks.
we have
Trade
ours.
We should trade
our
him.
own, the Suns, which is essentially useless. It's a first rounder, but it's gonna be 30th.
You'll get a guy.
And we have the Clippers, and the Clippers are in the playoffs. But
That really stunk that the Clippers.
yeah, dude. I mean, I don't wish injuries on anybody, but Kawhi and PG being out for the whole year,
You would've thought,
and the
like-
Clippers are the 8 seed, dude. I
Higher
was
than
like,
Lakers.
I know, dude, and I was like, this is a free lottery pick, and
Clippers have a good team.
Clippers
Yeah.
have a really good team. So maybe package those 3.
They're really the opposite of Lakers.
Yeah,
they're
they really
young,
are.
And they have
They
guys
really
that
are.
can Play.
Yeah, and they hustle and they
defense.
try.
They'll never run LA, but they're the better team in LA right
Oh
now,
yeah,
for sure. And for years to come. Do you think Jabari's gonna go first?
I feel like some teams are gonna fall in love with Chet's potential and just take him number 1.
What would you have
Poor
to give?
suckers.
Okay, say you right now you get the 4. What you have to trade up to get Jabari Smith with like the 2 or something. What
So-
do you give up for him?
4.
Obviously, you pick swap. You swap those picks.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you 4. And this might be too much.
So just throw another
4, the 30, and
first
honestly,
next year?
no, I'll give you the Clippers pick too. I'll give you the
So
Clippers.
you just all your picks is all your first round picks.
Do you think 4, 30, and a future first would be?
Yeah,
What about just 4, 30?
depends. What did the Mavs give up? Yeah, Luka.
I think just a first for
I
a
thought they
swap.
lost their first the year after too.
Yeah,
So
swap
I mean, but
and
if
then
you
first.
have the 4 and you're going up 2 spots, you don't really have to give up that much because
Yeah. What was the Tatum Fultz was that just another
1-3.
Was it just another first?
It was a conditional first. Yeah.
so
Okay.
you give up another first, which you can gladly give up because you have a billion
Yeah.
first round picks.
We have to start utilizing
now
these
you
If
have
you
picks.
look at this top of this draft, like Banchero's the guy you want, or I would think you wouldn't be terrible with him, but Jabari Smith's projected second,
Paolo,
Chet's 1,
Jabari.
Paolo wouldn't be bad. Jaden Ivey's after that. You don't need another point guard, shooting guard.
We also just have 2 really tall guards too.
And after that, it just falls
are
off.
Making a positionless basketball.
Yeah,
it's gonna be awesome.
We're going in a direction where we're trying to draft as many people that can handle the ball at every position.
It reminds me of the Raptors a little bit.
I think that's why they fell in love with Poku, because they're like, if he does progress, he can handle the ball. You got
But Chet fits that.
2 ball handlers. I think they thought Baisley could handle the ball, but he's long gone.
You need someone now, a target for Giddey, a target for Shaq.
Yeah, a lob guy or something.
So and what the Thunder are going to start doing is they're going to run. They're going to run teams off the court. Young guys, Dort. God, you really made me like the Thunder.
I'm glad, dude. It's a very different team than it was.
I feel like they're close to breaking out.
Yeah. I'm going to be very angry if they draft at where they're given every year. Like if they don't make, if they just
now they have the capital to go out and get who they want in drafts. And they're gonna.
I was trying to find the other day a like 25-year-old who is on a bad team who wants out, because I think that'd be perfect.
Get Jeremy Grant back.
Yeah,
I want him on
he's
the
a little old now. But there's really nobody out there. I think like all the good teams, like the Bookers and the Cats of the world and the Donovan Mitchells are now on playoff teams.
Don't worry, dude. 2 years, the Thunder will be in the
Need like an Anthony Davis situation where he wants out, but yeah. So it's a fun team.
Problem is getting stars to come to OKC.
What?
Problem is getting stars to come to OKC.
Yeah. It's always been the problem. That's why they got lucky. They drafted 3 MVPs. Got a draft.
You draft.
Got a trade.
You get Jabari Smith. You might have guys who want to go play with them.
Yeah, hopefully.
You know, you see Dame just kind of trashed the Thunder. Like it's like people go to Oklahoma City.
So
yeah, and then I looked at the comment section of an Instagram post, and I'm like, and people are like, who the best free agent we've had in the last 5 years? Patrick Patterson.
Well, because you guys haven't been good.
But think of Dame. Who's the best free agent that Trailblazers got in the past couple of years?
Exactly, man.
I couldn't name him.
Like, I know he owns our franchise, but you don't need to just keep doing that, man.
Dame's a clown, man.
Dame is a bit of a clown.
Oh, I'm not going to run from the grind. Okay, bro. Enjoy it in Portland, man. Enjoy it. Okay. Greg, I want to talk about the Celtics.
Oh, my
God.
God.
I want to hear your take on the Celtics.
Yeah, dude. What a turnaround.
Scary.
What a turnaround.
I think I realistically think.
Sorry, quick thing. Wesley Matthews is the best Portland free agent signing.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Hey, don't forget about the god Cody Zeller.
Oh my God.
Okay, but anyway, the Celtics playing really, really well.
3.5 games out of first place.
If you said this a couple weeks ago, and I called it a couple weeks ago, I said the Celtics were going to go to the NBA, to the Eastern Conference Finals. What I said, I thought they were going to lose there.
I can see them winning.
But they can win there now. Like their defense, teams who have good defenses win because the ability to lock down the players and across the court. Like you look at their team and they can guard any position, they can guard any player, and they can do it well.
Yeah. Can you get a stop in clutch time of a playoff?
And they can do it, and they can also do the other thing. They have guys who can make that shot.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Jaylen Brown,
Tatum, like when Tatum gets hot, like
can hit shots.
it's crazy. It just they're gelling well together. The chemistry's
Al Horford.
Yeah.
You compare the chemistry with this year compared to like
Twice as bad.
last year. Like, literally last year was talks about how dysfunctional the locker room was, or 2 years ago or like Kyrie a couple years ago, how dysfunctional the locker room was, and they're just playing really well together. Al Horford, big shout out. I love the man.
Time Lord.
You're welcome.
But Al Horford's like
for giving you
just
him back.
The chemistry, his ability to do everything. He's a leader on and off the court, and he is what the Celtics needed.
What does this say about Kyrie?
Yeah. This probably works out better because these veteran leaders like needed the ball too much, and now you have a veteran leader that doesn't need the ball. Al Horford can just lead
You have two
without the ball.
stars. You have Tatum and Brown, who I can't believe people were saying at the beginning of the season that they got to trade one of them. I can't believe that. You don't have two stars that complement each other like that.
No.
It's crazy. And they're young.
Yeah, back to the question about Kemba and Kyrie. Like I don't want to diss Kemba because of the fact that Kemba was really, really good with the Hornets. And he's such a small guy who needs his athleticism, and he just didn't age well.
How old is he? Like 30?
I don't know.
Probably.
At least.
He didn't fit well on that team.
Also, huge game for the Celtics today.
Who are they playing?
You see they're playing, Liam?
No.
Celtics Mavericks.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
3:30.
I did,
Is that nationally televised?
Yeah, ABC.
The
Gonna have to
Mavs
watch
have
that.
one less loss than the Celtics.
Yeah.
41-27 as Celtics.
Yeah.
Greg,
26 for you guys.
do you look back and think, like, well, obviously it's great that you have a good team now, but do you look back and think Hayward and Kyrie, we kind of squandered that a little bit?
Hayward squandered himself. Not himself, but like with his injury, what really messed that situation all the way up.
Unfortunate, yeah.
It was very unfortunate that it messed it up. Kyrie just never healthy and just never a Celtic. Like, I don't think we squandered it just because it was them squandering less of us squandering
It
it.
wasn't really on the Celtics.
No.
No.
Things happen.
It just didn't work out.
I think that's... Kyrie used to be a very likable guy, and then I think he just ruined his image in Boston.
He ruined his image by trying to get out of Cleveland, and then he ruined it even more of getting out of Boston.
He wanted to be that dog, and he just wasn't cut out to be that dog.
No.
That first guy. You look back at that playoff series, the one where he did play, like it was last year, right? Because he was there for 2 years or 3.
I think it might have been 3. It all blends together at this point. 'Cause he missed multiple playoff runs.
Yeah, the first playoff run after you guys went to the Eastern Conference Finals, I mean, he just played terribly. It just looked like he was selling, honestly.
It was just surprising about how, but it worked out for us.
It did work out, yeah.
It took us a little bit to recover after that. Like, trying to plug in Kemba didn't work. This year we went out with literally without a point guard. Like, Marcus Smart's not a point guard, but
I didn't think it was going to work, but
we still don't really have a point guard. It's still working out.
you were trying to plug a position that you didn't even need
Yeah.
to plug. Like, you could give the keys of the offense of the franchise to Tatum. Like, you don't need this
Tatum and Brown.
Kyrie Kemba placeholder to keep them
Marcus
steady.
Smart's even Time Lord. Oh my God, his defensive ability. Like, him and Marcus Smart are two of the best defenders of basketball right now.
There's a reason why the Celtics are winning.
Yeah.
It's because their defense is nuts. That's why the Mavs have been so good.
Yeah.
Somehow their defense is great.
Yeah, my Liam team's unfortunate for you, Truett, but Celtics, Mavs, two of the best teams in basketball.
Yeah, the Mavs ceiling it stinks because I think they're at their ceiling right now with the roster. I just can't see them getting.
They always need a wing. Liam's been saying it for years.
Oh, good question for you.
We need a Robin, bro. We need a Robin.
Is Jalen Brunson now the best teammate Luka's ever had?
Yeah, right. Who was Luka? Because Porzingis.
It's just Porzingis.
Wasn't good.
Yeah, bubble Trey Burke.
Literally, bubble Trey Burke was nuts. You average like 23. God, the Mavs just.
They'll figure it out. They gotta.
They're making room.
Cuban's gotta make. He's gotta pull the trigger.
I don't think for this upcoming free agency, next free agency, I know they have room for a supermax.
Okay, and is that's kind of what the KP deal was for?
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess.
Shout out Dinwiddie
They've
too.
been crazy, dude. They've been so good recently.
Shout out
They
Dinwiddie.
beat the Warriors. It seemed like they beat them like 7 times in a row. That was awesome. Beat the Lakers.
Also, big shout out to Greg Popovich,
Yeah.
winningest coach in NBA history.
That's
I'm not
awesome.
sure why he's still coaching, why he's still with the Spurs. Maybe just get that. Hopefully retire soon. I feel so bad for him after these years.
Brunson's shooting 50% this year.
Yeah, the Spurs are just one of those teams where it's weird to say it because it's the Spurs, but they're like a directionless team.
Yeah, I feel like, as bad as it sounds, I feel like Pop has just been trying to get this record, and I feel like he might retire after it.
Yeah, I mean they're 26-42, but you gotta say for the Spurs, looking at some stuff right here, their point differential is only -0.4.
Really?
So it's not like everyone else in the West. The Blazers -6, Kings -5, Thunder -8, Rockets -9.
So is it close losses or is it like losing and then like they get blowout wins or something? What does that say?
Yeah, a lot of close losses. Lost 133 to 129, 115 to 112, 123 to 1. Yeah, close losses. Beat the Wizards 157 to 1. Oh, that was crazy. Yeah, it's close losses and
you know
rare
what
wins.
you know what Dinwiddie's averaging right now for you guys?
What?
In the 10 games he's played, 18, 18 and 5 assists on 50-43 shooting.
Okay.
52-43
When
shooting.
Luka's not on the court, Brunson and Dinwiddie make a Luka. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Which is exactly what you need,
Yeah.
which is awesome. You just
You need someone that can play with Luka now and dominate.
Do you think you need, because you know you've been talking about like DeRozan and Jeremy Grant, but could you also just fill out the roster with guys like that?
Yeah, but right
Like some
now,
Swiss
too,
Army knives too in there.
What I see, and I love the way Dorian Finney-Smith has been playing, but the Mavs miss so many open threes. It makes me so angry because Luka drives past two people, kicks to the corner, wide open three. Kleber or Tim Hardaway has been horrible this season. He's been really bad.
Yeah.
Kleber will miss a shot. Reggie Bullock will miss a shot. Don't even get me started on Bertans. Oh my gosh. Watching this man play, he's got to be, I think he's the worst player in the NBA, watching him play. He is horrible. Bertans has to be the worst player I've seen play.
Have you seen the way he comes off screens and shoots? Oh. It's always fading away.
Fading away, his release
He's
is up
not
here,
set,
always misses long. His defense is, I can't, he doesn't understand how to play defense. The rotations are, but yeah, get Lucas some help. Get him someone, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
But I think what they have now with Brunson, Kleber, Dorian Finney-Smith, Dinwiddie, they have a good roster. They're just missing one or two guys, impact players that, I mean, it's really not hard to play with Luka.
A nice defensive center, maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not hard to, like...
All you got to do is be able to space the floor and play defense. It's really not that hard.
Like that video explaining, like, Luka ball, the way they manipulate the pick and roll is... I didn't even know you could do that. Like, I think of pick and roll as, like, a very basic, like you said, a screen. You know, you have options, right? But the way they do it, like with the resetting of the screen, it's crazy. It's like 30 variations off a pick and roll, and it just puts Luka in the position to create.
Shout out Jason Kidd.
Shout out Jason Kidd. Yeah,
he was the perfect coach to be there.
It just annoys me when the Mavs are in the playoffs and Boban is starting for us. Like, I love Boban, but
I love Boban.
Come on. You know,
were they doing that just for height?
It worked though.
Yeah,
it worked. It's
that was
crazy,
weird.
but like, come on.
Do you feel bad for Rick Carlisle and like
he did everything
Pace?
he could.
No, but like now that he's on the Pacers coach,
stink.
and he's just, you know, not good. It's not a good team.
I mean, it happens. The NBA, you need to be. I think Jason Kidd is a better coach for Luka than
For Luka, yeah.
It's all about fit.
And you have Luka. You build around him.
Because Carlisle was like defensive, right?
Yeah, Carlisle very defensive
Yeah.
minded. Now the Mavs they've been playing great defense.
Mm-hmm.
They just score more points now. Offense is still crazy.
Yeah,
it's gonna be a good playoffs.
Yeah,
I feel like
I'd love to see them make a run, but I just can't. Because playoffs, you need people that can play.
Yeah, there's just it feels like there's a lot of parity in the league right now, which is really really fun to see. Even though like it's good to see the Warriors are good again, but they're not like the runaway 73-9 favorites, which is it's crazy.
Quick Lakers thing that's shocking to me. The Lakers are 20-16 at home, but 9-21 on the road. Like you expect a veteran team to be better than that on the road. Like that's shocking.
They have a lot of road games left
Does
too.
LeBron not play a lot of the road games?
I mean, LeBron hasn't played a lot of games at all.
Yeah.
Neither him or Anthony Davis are probably going to finish playing. Anthony Davis will not finish playing more than half. I don't know how many LeBron's going to play. He missed the other day with knee soreness when they lost to the Spurs.
Almost won that game.
Yeah,
Almost is not
a win.
Spurs, though. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Get the man some help.
Okay, so what's going on with...
LeBron's just played 48 games so far this year.
It's not a lot.
No.
It's not a lot. What's going on with the Warriors? So the Warriors just fell to 3. I know they've won 3 in a row, but before that...
It's because they were...
It was a little bit of a slip.
It just... God, I hate to say it. It just shows Draymond is so important to them.
Yeah, I hate to say that too, but it's very true.
They lost to the Mavs twice, the Lakers, the Nuggets. I mean...
But what's going on, though?
I don't think there's anybody needs to worry. They just beat the Nuggets, the Clippers, and the Bucks.
Yeah, they're going to get better. Clay dropped 36 last night.
Yeah.
Really?
Big coming out for him.
When Draymond
38,
comes
yeah.
back, they'll be A-okay. And Jordan Poole, they just everybody on their team can play.
Yeah, he dropped 38 to beat the Bucks yesterday, so that was huge. Like, if Clay starts getting better, Clay starts hitting his shots, Dre comes back.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a scary team regardless. I did you see what Curry said about I don't know if he was like taking shots at Steve Kerr when he was saying how he doesn't play anymore at the end of like first halves, and like that's when teams go on a big run and that's why they're like losing at halftime. He said like I used to play like more minutes and now I don't. Is it like a coaching like a subtle
He may
shot?
be just saying that like we don't care about this really, like it's regular season, we're caring for the playoffs.
But he was expressing frustration though, which
interesting.
What teams are doing now too is they're making somebody else other than Curry beat them. The Mavs when the Mavs played the Warriors, Curry didn't take a shot in the fourth quarter.
Really?
Because they double teamed him every single time he got the ball. And without Draymond
to facilitate.
Yeah, without Draymond to facilitate. I mean, you have guys that can still Jordan Poole, Clay, like
Wiggins, like
yeah, but you're forgetting the guy that has to take the last shot, Andre Iguodala. You're forgetting about him.
It's tougher now for Steph when you don't have Draymond out there. Draymond's important for him. Man.
I mean, that's a good strategy. Like you couldn't double team Steph with KD, obviously, but
you can't double
it's a great supporting cast, but you have to live with a Jordan Poole shot or a Kuminga three.
For other teams, that's scary.
Yeah.
I don't want to live with a Jordan Poole three.
But it's not going to hit every time, which
Yeah. Or Clay. Yeah, you have to live with a Clay Thompson corner.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah.
So terrible.
Yeah, that's.
I'm not too worried about them. They're experienced. They've got the toughness. Draymond's coming back. Like they'll be fine.
Yeah. What's sad though, Cavs are about to fall into the play-in tournament.
Cavs? Oh, really?
Yeah.
They're the 6th.
They were 4 at one point.
They're up 1 game on the Raptors.
Oh wow, 3-7 in their last 10.
Yeah.
Well, trouble in Akron.
We knew that this was going to happen, especially with the Celtics taking off. The Raptors are still a good team. The Nets, yeah, but still a good season for the Cavs.
You know, no 8 seed has ever won the NBA Finals. Could it happen this year with the Nets?
Must be surprising.
Never happened before.
Oh, Rank,
That doesn't surprise
do
me.
you have a little trivia or something?
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I have a trivia question. I think the Nets could do it.
Yeah.
The Lakers can't.
No, definitely not. Sean, can we make a verbal, not binding agreement that if the Lakers win the championship this year, that LeBron is the GOAT?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay, good. Like that, it's just so impossible that.
LeBron would have to average 60.
Yeah.
I think, for them
He'd probably have to play every minute too,
Yeah.
which is impossible. But yeah. I like the East though. I've never really been a huge West has always been my favorite conference to watch, but the East is.
Oh.
It's exciting.
Rank, we were talking about this the other day. Just watching teams play like the Raptors, as opposed to the Lakers or the Mavs, the way that they play is just so
beautiful.
It's so beautiful.
It's beautiful.
Even the Warriors, dude. It's just they just play beautiful basketball.
Okay, so I have a trivia question for you guys. You can each give me one answer.
Oh
What?
no!
There's no guesses. It's one answer. You get it right or wrong.
Wow.
Okay.
High stakes. Okay.
Because it's not really, you can't really guess. I feel like it defeats the purpose of this. In NCAA tournament history, what is the lowest seeded team to win the national title?
Wait. I want to say who's that team?
Just give me the number. What's the lowest seeded number? And if you know the team, I'll give you bonus points. You each can get.
Is it a
guess the
Big
number.
East team?
It is a Big East
Yeah.
team.
Were they an 8 seed or a 7 seed? Or 6? It was one of those. It was
Who?
one of those 3. I think
Who?
I'm gonna go 8.
Who are you
Sure.
thinking of?
It was shoot. I don't. I know it's a Big East team.
Dude,
wait,
I-
was it 6? No, I think it's either 8 or 6 now. Shoot.
I'm out of this.
Give me a guess.
I have no idea.
Give me a guess.
I'll guess 8. You guess 6. How about that?
I'll guess 6.
Okay, 8.
Okay, Liam, it was kind of scary that you said a Big East team.
Because I know it. I know this is a Big East.
But the
team.
fact that you can't name the Big East team makes it worse than true not knowing it at all.
Yeah, dude. If you know that it's a Big East team, who's won in the Big East besides us?
Shoot. I know it's a Big East team. I know it.
It is us.
Oh, what?
It is us?
It is us.
I would have said
What seed were
Butler.
we?
We were an 8 seed when we beat Georgetown at 85.
Let's go.
Oh, wow. Throwback. Yeah, see,
I
because
was thinking like
when,
Butler.
when you said Big East...
Lowest seed to make the Final Four.
Butler, right? No, because then shoot,
It was 11. It was 11. 11's lowest seed to make the Final Four.
Valpo?
VCU did it. Loyola Chicago did it.
Yeah, because I was thinking about, like, the recent ones, and I'm like, no way we were an 8 seed.
No. Back in 85, we were 8 seed.
I'll take that 8 seed. Woohoo!
I would not anticipate any 8 seeds. If you're doing a bracket right now, do not pick any 8 seeds to win the title. I don't think it's going to happen this year.
Hey, anything could happen in March.
Anything
man.
can happen in March.
Anything
That's
could happen
true.
in March. All right, everybody. This has been Fun in the Locker Room, 1:13 p.m. right now on this Sunday. Snow is melting. Thank God. Hopefully, I think it's supposed to heat up for the rest of the week. Have a great rest of the week. We'll see you next Sunday, 11:30 sharp. And
Go Cats.
take care. Go Cats.
Go Cats. Woohoo.